Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dennis. So today we're going to talk about a CPU cooler. I'm just going to do an unboxing. This is something that I've done before on the GAMX series. So this is the GAMX series AG620 BK, which just stands for black. It is addressable RGB, so you have to make sure you have that on your motherboard. From Deepcool, we're going to unbox it. Look at everything it comes with. We're going to talk about the kind of situations you can use it with, and that's going to be it. Here we go. Okay, so this is the system I'm going to be using it in. It's a 13700F. That's the CPU's in there. I've used the stock cooler, but the temperatures are not that great. We're going to do a full, what the temperatures are with the stock cooler, and do the installation later on. But I wanted to show you this CPU cooler. It's actually pretty darn good. It's quite new, and it's got some pretty good reviews. So let's get it out of the box and have a really good look at it. So we'll open it up. And on the very top, of course, we've got our little box of accessories, which is going to include all our parts that we're going to need to mount it. So let's get this out first. See what we all got. So I'm going to lay this out, and we'll come back to that. But we're going to look at this first. As you can see, it's got the styrofoam protecting it. You know, it looks like a piece of cardboard on here. And of course, it's dual fan. So let's get that out and have a better look. So getting it out of the box, there's a few things that it comes with, which is all your different brackets and everything you're going to need when you mount it. Of course, you have the back plate here. So this is specifically for Intel. And you can't confuse it because it even says that on there. All right. And you'll have to adjust these to the different ones. 1100 series, all that kind of good stuff. You have a fan splitter. Okay. Because obviously you have two fans. You need a place to plug them in. And then you only need one place on your motherboard to plug in for your fan. And it's 4-pin PWM, and you're good to go. They give you this thermal compound, and I don't know about you, but anything that comes sealed in a little tinfoil thing like that, I'm probably never going to use. But obviously you could. So let's get this out of here, have a quick look at it. And then of course it does have the plastic here, or the cardboard rather. So it's in there pretty good. So yeah, we'll just see if we can get that out. Yeah, that come out. Not bad. Pretty simple. Now this is one beefy looking CPU cooler. Look at that. Alright. It even shows you how your pins are going to go on. So if you have any problems with how the fans are placed, well, they're already on there for you so you can see it. Of course, make sure you remove this before you install, because you're going to need to apply your thermal paste. So pretty slick, you know, keep that clean, of course. And you've got your heat pipes. Okay, you got 6 of them. Fans are pretty standard, but Thermaltake has been doing their, actually I want to say Thermaltake because it actually kind of looks that way, but actually it's Deepcool, but it does kind of look like Thermaltake a lot. It's almost like they took each other's designs. So you have your fan for your adjustable RGB, right? Not your fan, but your plug-in for your adjustable RGB. So that's going to control your colors. You imagine you have one for each. Yep, so you have 2 of those. You're going to connect your 2 fans together. So once again, one of the things I'm finding is they're expecting you to have 2 adjustable RGB. Why is that? I don't know why they do that. Because if you get a connector, it solves your problem. They give you a fan splitter. Why not give you an RGB hub? I would expect there to be an RGB hub in here. And there's not. Other ones that I've had like this, like the Peerless Assassin, came with an addressable RGB hub. So you can plug everything in. So with this, I can only assume you're going to need something else. So that kind of takes away from the value of it. Now, on your little manual that it includes, this one is the AG620 BK, so the black or addressable RGB. It comes standard with just one fan probably, which is the addressable RGB as well. And it also comes WH, which is the white version. All right, so that's it. That's pretty much all there is to it. Why they don't include a hub or some other way to connect those other than having to have two on your motherboard? What if you don't have two? You're pretty much stuck. So this will work with Intel's 1150 series, even the LGA 1200 and 1700 series. All right, not too much really to understand on this. It's got all your different brackets for Intel and AMD. So I want us to see here for a second, just so you can get a little bit more information. So AMD, your brackets are pretty simple. Let's just see which ones they are here. Does it even say? It doesn't, it's not clear. Oh, okay. It's talking about removing your brackets, taking your back plate off, all that kind of good stuff. I'll cover all that on the actual installation. But for clarity, this is the one that you're going to want if you're doing AMD. Right? Pretty much everything you need is right there. For Intel, all the different series, have your back plate, everything is here. That's it. So very easy to identify which is which and know how to put them on. It also works for AM4 and AM5, just for those that are wondering. So if you have one of the newer AM5 motherboards, you're good with this as well. I am still looking to see exactly how they expect you to plug in the addressable RGB, and yeah, they do not have anything to show that. So I'm just going to have a quicker look at these cables that are on here, because I want to find out if they've provided that. Now this has, does it come off? Let's have a look here. Oh, it does actually, look. So you have your addressable RGB here. So what I'm guessing here, let me just have a look on this side. Okay, so I'm going to unravel these. I want to show you one more thing here. Okay, so I'll walk back the needing a hub. So basically they've given you two options here. So you've got the addressable RGB. This one's going to go on your motherboard. Then you have this one that you can connect the other one to. Okay, just line them up. Okay, it's pretty easy to line them up. Just get them in there. And then the other one, you don't need to plug in anywhere, but it basically gives you the ability to daisy chain or add more RGB fans or whatever other device you might have. So this one goes on to the motherboard and you're good. And then you've got your two fans, which of course you plug in here. Okay, so plug that in. And then same thing with the other side, plug it in there. And then you only have to plug the 4-pin into your motherboard. So now your RGB and your fans are all covered. Everything is ready to go. So you have to take this off, put your thermal paste on. Of course, you'll probably want to take your fans out. You may not need to take this fan out though in the middle, because why would you need to? It's not interfering with anything unless actually it's interfering. Yes, it is. Okay, so you do have to take this fan out because it's going to interfere with getting to these screws. All right, so take that fan out. You're going to be able to do these, and yeah, everything's going to go pretty smooth from that point on. So very simple, much better than I was originally thinking. AMD, you got this one here, and Intel, you've got everything else. All right, you got these little caps to put back on. So the one that you're not going to plug in, I'd suggest put that back on. It'll just protect it. Okay. If you're not going to daisy chain. And then you got an extra cap if you want it for something. You got your thermal compound. That's it. That is the unboxing. Tells you basically everything in a nutshell how to use it, except for the actual installation. Which, given that all you need is right here, you just have to take your stock cooler off, take off your brackets for your AM4 or AM5 motherboard, and put your thermal paste on and connect this to it, screw it in with the two screws on the bottom, and you're done. Who needs an installation? I just did it right there. Theoretically, That's all you really need. You don't even need to see it. Let me know what you think. All right, so that's a pretty good explanation of how all the wires go together, how everything fastens together. So if you just want a quick, how do I connect everything? How is it going to go on? How's it going to install an AM4 or Intel? They package it up separately, so you know whether you need that Intel backplate. If you're doing AMD, you don't need it. You've got everything else you're going to have there. It's going to be pretty straightforward. So let me know what you think. Did this help you a little bit? I'm going to do the install, of course. But that's going to be another video. I'm just kind of pressed for time with some of the other stuff I'm doing. But I wanted to show you that, give you an idea of what you can look for more other CPU coolers. We'll get into the temps and everything else when we do the install. All that kind of stuff, it's going to be coming. So if you're interested, well, maybe subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell for notifications so you can see that video when it comes up. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you like it, give me the thumbs up. If you don't, well, tell me why and what you'd like to see in future unboxings. Because remember, it's just an unboxing. But didn't need that hub after all. I don't know. I still think it's kind of nice. But, you know, the price was right. It wasn't that expensive. So, you know, you can't really go wrong. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell for notifications. All that good stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.